Hey there, Smith Jack, USMC. We have for you today 12-inch barong machete, cold steel. It's this one right here, obviously. The 18-inch barong machete, cold steel. Alright, now there's a general overview. These are made in China. They have been discontinued as of this year by Cold Steel. They are currently on clearance, priced. I believe, this is my opinion, since these are made in China, about half Cold Steel knives or Cold Steel machetes are made in China. The others are made in South Africa. My opinion is they may be cutting out their Chinese contacts and factory and probably moving the production to South Africa, so these may probably come back along with the Kopi's machete and a few others that resemble swords. Now this is a machete replica of the barong sword that Cold Steel makes for several $100s, but ironically they're made of the same steel. This is 1055. I believe the barong is actually 1050 carbon steel. Now, if you can see, I've already begun to work these edges on. They come with a decent hacking edge, I call it. There's another 12-inch that I've received. They're cheap from Cold Steel Special Projects. Go to their website before the end of July, and if they don't sell out, you can get your own for fairly cheap pricing. Now you can see that this black oxide finish comes all the way down to the edge, and it has a utility edge. I mean, you could whack a couple bushes down with that as it is, but to make it effective you need to work it into a finer edge, and it's fairly easy to do. Before I get to that, though, we'll talk about the knife. Handles are a polypropylene, PVC. I believe PVC is polypropylene. You educated folks can just straighten me out in my comments, but it's nice, it's comfortable. It has grooves heading up and down this way, and then a cross cut on the side, and more cross grooves here. And you have this little flange sticking out on the end, so you can choke back here and get a good swinging action, or you can choke up tighter on there and do some carving if you need to with a stick or something like that, if you're going to do some finer work. Well, what we have, this is a 12-inch. All right, a lot of Cold Steel knives, survival type knives, come in 12-inch, and I got this one mainly because I thought, 12-inch seems like a really nice size and a really good utility type blade. Keep in a pack, keep behind the seat in your car, keep in the trunk. I got this one. It's got a bit more weight on the end, but it feels fairly lively. It is heavy, and this wide piece right here, I'd say this is your main chopping area right here. You're going to be cutting some heavy brush with that, do some finer work with the tip. This part back here, heavy utility. If you need to baton, probably split wood with it. We'll try some things. I'm sitting nearby my part of my backyard that needs to be cleared. That's why actually the reason I got these. Clear that yard, and I'll be bringing one of my kids out, let him try his hand at it. He's been anxious to chop down some stuff, so we'll put him to work. Now look at that tip. I love the barong as a knife or sword in general, and to be able to replicate it in such a inexpensive way is really cool to me. This knife, or this machete, is about $21. at the regular price. I got it for like 10, half price practically. This 12-inch runs probably more like $15, 15 to 18, depending on where you go. I got it for 8. So that's from Special Projects. While they last, they are being discontinued for a while. So the sheath is nothing spectacular. It's obviously a plastic overlaid with probably a 600 denier nylon riveted together with looks like, you know, leather type rivets. Seems fairly sturdy. I mean, it's nothing spectacular. It's made to just be utility. I mean, we'll see how it lasts. Maybe we'll strap it on and carry it around for a while and see how it does. So, okay, the next step I want to talk about is when you get it, it's got this black oxide all the way to the edge, so you want to be able to sharpen it. You can put a rough edge on it. I took a piece of wood. I use this for a lot of knives, and with a staple gun, put this piece of 500 grit sandpaper on there. Now I've used it for a lot of knives, so it's smoother now than it was before when I first put it on. It's rough on the ends if I need to do some real grinding. But basically, you put that dude down there, pick your angle, and you can grind it right along the bevel. Stop walking around because I can hear it. You can grind it right along the bevel, or you can come up a little higher and just cut into the edge real light. Now currently I've been just cutting into the edge, but I think I may run it right along that bevel and thin it out so it becomes razor sharp. And that's how you will get it razor sharp. You feel the bevel, and you can pull it, or you can push it. Either way, you'll accomplish the same thing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and do a whole video sharpening it. I'll probably sharpen it and show you how good it works. Okay, you'll get a nice rough grind. Bring it down to the edge till you can feel and see a piece of metal that just folds back and forth. When you get to that point, you take you something like this Smith's brand diamond file sharpener. It's got a fine and a coarse side. When you get to that point, take your fine, put it on that bevel, feel the way it rocks. You get to a point where it sits right there in the middle. Just run it down that edge, and run it back down the other side. Eventually you get to the point where that flange, that little flange, just wears down, and then there's nothing left but a very, very sharp, acute edge. And you should be able to shave a hair on your arm with it. Now, it's not that point yet, so I'm not even going to show you. But I'll get it that sharp and demonstrate cutting with it a little bit later. Alright, so there you have it. 12-inch, 18-inch barong machete, cold steel, high performance knives. Semper Fi.